in this box is not a security device, although it does have some security implications. And it's not a tracking device, although there is a tracking feature. No, in this box we have something we're trying new today, and it could either be awesome or an absolute friggin' disaster. This is the anti-gravity A1 drone that Anti-Gravity sent me, and just to be clear, they're not sponsoring this video, they're seeing this for the very first time like you are. Now, I am certainly not a drone pilot. In fact, the last time I touched a drone was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I don't even think the company is still in business. You see all these beautiful YouTube videos with these exotic drone shots from the sky, and to do that, you need to be able to do two things. The first, you need to be able to fly one of these, and the second, you need to position the drone in such a way to get that beautiful shot. Now, that's two things to be done at the same time. I'm not coordinated like that. And that's exactly what I told the people at Anti-Gravity when I saw them at CES, and they said, well, this is going to be perfect because you just have to worry about flying the drone. It records in 360 degrees, which means that you don't have to worry about what you're filming. You can deal with it later in the editing process, which apparently is super simple. Up until this very moment, the only thing I did with the drone was charge it, update the firmware, and then I kind of learned how to take off and land, because apparently that's important. So now I've come to this semi-open area here to give us a go. Now it's either going to go really well or we're going to crash and burn, and I suppose that's pretty good viewing too. Now, you need these two things. So this is the controller, and the controller has got some buttons. It's got the record the video, it's got a photo mode, it's got a return to home mode, which in other words, if you panic and you get lost up there, press that button, the drone's supposed to come back and land automatically and find you. And then you got this. This is the goggles. Now, you simply face a certain direction and then press the trigger, and the drone will go to wherever you're looking, which makes it really easy to fly. Again, apparently. Okay, I've delayed this long enough. I'm nervous, but I'm ready to do this. So let's open up the drone. I've got to power up the devices, the goggles, the controller, and the drone itself. And you can see it tells me how much battery I have left. It's ready to go. Let's do this.
Phone point updated.
Alright, first thing, let's just make sure the drone does in fact do the 360 as I'm turning, and yes, it does. That's, I think, the drone dance you gotta be doing. And the beeping sound is because I'm too close to the pole. So wherever we're looking, we can kind of see what the drone sees, which is super spooky, super weird. Whee! Okay, this is very freaky. Okay, so we haven't moved anywhere yet. We're just kind of looking around. I can see Ella down there, and I can see myself down there, so, which is like, wow. All right, on the screen here, I got a bunch of options. I can see the satellite, 21 satellites. I can see my height. I can see I'm at 4.1 meters. So I'm looking straight, press the trigger, and then off we go. And there it goes. And if I want to go to the side here, I basically do that. Now if I want to kind of come back to where we are, I just do that. And I can actually hear it above my head. Okay, so now let's press the landing, let's press return to home.
Too close to home point. Landing automatically.
And I can abort the landing if I wanted to.
Cancel.
And I can go back up again.
Does it have a camera?
Yeah, so you actually, it's like you're up there,
Really?
and then you can look 360 degrees, so it's like you feel like you're up there looking down at yourself. It's very freaky.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now it does have some sensors underneath and in the front, so you're not going to get into trouble by like kind of landing on anything. Let's go forward and try to land this thing now.
Landing.
Sure. Okay. First reactions. That's pretty wild. It's pretty impressive. It is as easy to fly. I mean, we're in this place here. Lots of dogs, lots of cars, helicopters above us. I don't know. And still, wherever you look, the drone simply goes. It's pretty impressive. What is insane is that once you're up there, it feels like you're up there. So you're looking all around. I've captured some footage. I don't know what I got. I mean, this was just my first test flight with this. But does it live up to the promise of anybody can fly? The answer is yes.
Look, obviously I need more flight. I need more airtime up there to be able to really get to grips with it. The last time I flew a drone, like I said, was 4 or 5 years ago. So forgive me for being nervous, but I wanted to capture first reaction. There was a lot going on in your head. You're trying to focus on where to go. And then very quickly you realize that the drone is super, super responsive. Wherever you look, you just press that trigger, and that blew my mind, as you could probably tell from that video. I will also say that I thought, I may get like a bit nauseous because you're flying up there, you're looking around like with the VR kind of vibe. That actually didn't happen at all. So that was like a really big plus. I also wanted to show you what it's like as a complete newbie, because we've seen a lot of these videos where you get really professional drone flyers and they're giving you their first reaction, which is perfectly fine. But if you're a drone pilot, you're pretty much used to the controls, you're used to what's going to happen. If you're not, you're coming to it from a very different experience. I will say Anti-Gravity did a really good job at making it really easy to fly. When you set it up, you have a little bit of a tutorial. You've even got a virtual simulator now that's new, that you're able to actually get some practice without the drone actually taking off or leaving your table. So you get a feel of the controls, which I wish I would have seen before I went out for the first time. Obviously the real magic is in 360 degrees filming. I'm not going to edit the footage that I filmed from up there because it was pretty pointless, just went around in a little kind of triangle even. But if you want to see more of that, I will find an area that's not so heavily restricted, because remember, you got to abide by your laws, and maybe kind of do some more footage of that. There's also things up there that we didn't test, like being able to ride the dragon, or being able to track a subject as they're moving around, and then the drone just does it for you. You can also set a certain flight path and it will just fly, so somebody else could literally be a passenger watching on the goggles. Your brain's too busy trying to take it all in and understand that you're on the ground, the drone's up in the air, and you're actually up in the air as well. It's mind-blowing, that stuff that you can do. So, something completely different. I've got a link to Anti-Gravity below. You can go check them out. We'll see you at the next one.